You, the red bag, stop right there. Put your hands up.
Okay, all right, hold up. I know I'm not supposed to laugh, but oh my god. It's been 20 years since this movie came out, just about Bourne Identity. I forgot I forgot how over the top the movies in the 2000s were, man. Oh man. But okay, I'm back. As promised, it's a little bit delayed, but as promised, I'm making some videos about Bourne Identity as well this week. Look, I mean, I remember liking the Bourne series when I was younger. I'm not gonna pretend I remember every little detail about it, but I definitely remember there was a cool factor about Jason Bourne that I liked. I think Ultimatum might have been my favorite one in terms of choreography, but let me get a good clip here. Like this Jason Bourne, he's been the same in every movie, right? He's beating up everyone in sight, not saying a word, right? And he's he's just the man in every situation. He could just magically look at a map for 2 seconds, come up with a really comprehensive plan, a plan that's more superior than like all these military or at least militant trained officers and things like that. Bourne is just that guy, okay? And so from an OP perspective, why am I even looking at this clip? I mean, I'm laughing too because it's so on the nose with a lot of the OP human needs and stuff like that. I can't even believe this is real. It's almost like someone talked to David Shannon and they're like, hey, yo, just tell me what DI means. Tell me what blast last means and just we'll make a movie out of that. So let me break down what I'm seeing here. From an OP perspective, I'll make it quick and then I'll get out of here because I have to watch the movie, again completely, but it's just too obvious. So let's start with defining some terms on this checklist here. This is my personal checklist. I'll put it in the description as always. But so what I was hinting at, right? So the movie, not just in that clip, but the movie as a whole it's a very, very, very decider movie, right? It's me against the tribe. I need to figure out who I am literally, right? Jason Bourne, I think he has amnesia for most of all three films. He doesn't know who he is, so he needs to find out who he is again. All while the tribe is just this pack of, all attacking him. They're all against him because they're trying to get rid of this person who's supposed to be significant and important. They're trying to snuff him out, and get back to their own blaster agenda, or whatever the hell, right? So let's start with Decider, right? This is a very Decider movie. Decider movies are about stopping and going over information related to people, whereas Observer is stopping and going over information related to pathways. Now, you might ask, okay, well, isn't this a movie about missing information, right? It's about amnesia. He's trying to figure it out, right? And he's missing the information, so he's trying to get the missing information. There is that, right? There's some Observer elements in it. But if you think about not only as a whole on all three movies what they're about, but then also just the essence of what is going on, right? This is DI, and he is trying to really he's trying to figure out his own thing. He's doing it his way. And think about how hostile the tribe is being portrayed, right? So DI, the human need of significance and identity, versus DE, which would, if he's an IP, like I think, would be connection and validation with the tribe is the worst thing in the world, right? Like, that is the enemy. That is like hell, right? So if you think about just how hostile the tribe is portrayed for most of the trilogy, right? This is a very decided movie. Now, what's interesting though is that even though I consider this a very decided movie, I could see how you could say, hey, Bourne isn't processing people because he doesn't talk about people. But that's because he doesn't talk at all, okay? So, and for me, I'm trying to make this short because I'm still laughing at the clip. For me, that is like the essence of Blast Last as well, right? So Blast First, let's look at what it's defined as. Sharing known information with other people, learning via teaching. And if you notice, let's go back to this clip for 2 seconds. He doesn't say a single word in the entirety of this clip. He's not reporting back to anybody. There's no one he has to get on board with his plan. It's just him. I mean, this is later in the clip. It's just him executing, right? He's just executing his own thing. He doesn't have to answer to anyone. He could have holes in the back of his shirt for all he cares. He doesn't give a shit. And, I think this is kind of what, I don't know if it's IPs, but I mean, I think everyone to some extent, but I think the Blast Last kind of dreams about. It's like, look, I just want to execute, and I don't want to have to explain myself as to why I'm doing things or why I'm not doing things. I just want to do what I want. And, if you look at it, this movie is about a guy who's trying to gather all the information, so consume. He's trying to gather all the information about himself, about his identity, but he doesn't want to share a damn thing with anyone else. He just doesn't want to communicate with anyone. He's hyper-focused on his own thing. So I know I'm rambling. I'm half laughing because, again, the movie quality, I really forgot how cheesy it was back then. But if you want to look at what identity DI is, I mean, Bourne Identity is a good place to start, right? It's a movie about a guy trying to find his identity. And if you want to know what Blast Last looks like, right, I would watch this movie as well, or I'd look at clips from this movie where he's like, look, I'm just doing my own thing. I don't want to talk to you. Don't touch me, right? And, I'm just gonna do the thing, right? Energy job. I'm just gonna do the thing, and I don't want to have to communicate myself if I don't feel like it. So anyway, like I said, I did make a promise to start with Bourne Identity stuff, more identity videos. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the whole movie though. This movie is cheesy. I thought it was cooler when I was younger, but this is a cheesy movie. I'm not gonna lie. I might, let me say this. If I get more interested in the trilogy, I might make movies about the trilogy, but that's probably the extent of it. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was at least somewhat interesting. If the laughing's distracting you, I apologize, but this is a funny movie. Looking back. So hope you're doing well. Hope you guys have a great week. I hope you're having a great week so far when you're watching this. And I will see you in the next video that I make. Take care.